Van Lathan co-host Rachel Lindsay was frustrated and on the verge of tears after being checked by Van Lathan during a conversation they was having about Wack 100 and Aiden Ross. So the Aiden Ross and Wack 100 clip that apparently sparked this discussion on their podcast is this particular clip right here, where Aiden Ross is calling Wack 100, asking Wack 100 for advice or for protection, or I don't know, to be a mediator after Glasses Malone and others told Aiden Ross that when they see him, they'll put hands on him because he disrespected Doechii. We'll get back to the video shortly, but I wanted to let you guys know this video is being sponsored by Kalshi. Kalshi is an app where you can make money predicting current events. I put money on what the weather is gonna be every day on Kalshi. I check the weather app when I wake up. And really all I do is I look at what the highest temperature is gonna be for the day. Then I go on Kalshi and place a prediction on what I think the highest temperature is going to be for the day. I'll say probably 7 out of 10 times my weather prediction hits. Sometimes it doesn't hit. But if you want to get paid by predicting weather on a daily basis, you can do so on Kalshi by clicking the link in my description and downloading the app and using code FLACO to get $10 on your first deposit.
On stream, so don't say anything crazy. But listen,
right, what up, Nash?
Yo, this dude named Glasses Loke and Trap Bradshaw, they're threatening me.
Glasses? Oh, no, I know them dudes, bro. Trap ain't nobody. Don't pay him no attention. Glasses, that's family.
Okay, well, can you call Glass and let him know to tee up and get off my PP?
I'm a hidden nephew. That's family. That's Glasses Malone.
Oh, okay, all right.
Trap is just clout chasing. He's a apostle like I follow. Don't pay him no mind. Don't even mention his name. Glasses Malone is who he is. I'll call nephew right now.
All right.
That phone call with Wack 100 was apparently all Rachel Lindsay needed. She had her boogeyman to disparage black men and to use that phone call to say that black men don't have black women bags. You know, black men encourage behaviors like this. Even though the hero in this story is Glasses Malone, the person who stuck up for Doechii, the person who called Aiden Ross out for his behavior, the person who checked Aiden Ross has been black men. But that phone call was all she needed to go on her podcast and say that black men are the reason why people like Aiden Ross feel comfortable disrespecting black women.
That you have obviously should be for the Aiden Rosses and the Neons and what other streamers have built up their audience by degrading the black community and particularly black women. All that energy should be for them, but that's equal energy for all the people who have empowered and supported and uplifted the Aiden Rosses that have allowed them to feel comfortable enough to insert themselves in our culture in order to justify degrading a woman, and then know that a black man is going to have his back by shitting on another black man and then saying, I'll go ahead and call the other one on your behalf. And that's Wack 100. So when you're throwing in the Young Thugs and the Kodak Blacks and the Drakes or the athletes like an Antonio Brown who are sitting next to Aiden Ross while he continues to shit on black people and okay it and normalize it. Aiden Ross doesn't feel like this because he's white. Aiden Ross feels like this because he has the support. Maybe there's some black women, I haven't seen it, but particularly from black men in order to do this. I'm sorry, I just gave you a list. I'm sorry. And I'm gonna make this particular, and I'm gonna go back to Wack 100, which is what I was saying. Mm-hmm. What of the part of this that is missing? When Aiden Ross has continuously degraded black women. Cardi, Doechii, Meg, the list goes on and on and on. You in the clip that was just played, he called Doechii smelly. He took back fat. He called her dumb. He called her a bitch. All of these things, right? And this isn't a one-off. He continuously does this. He does this in this clip. He does it while he's sitting next to a black man. Doechii comes out with a song, never calls Aiden Ross by name. She just references being called an industry plant. He takes that as, oh, she's directly talking about me. Aiden Ross calls Wack 100, somebody of the culture, and says, hey, man, this guy Glasses, who Wack 100 then explains who Glasses is. This guy Glasses and Trap are talking about me. I need you to have my back. Wack 100 is like, don't pay attention to Trap. He ain't nobody. Okay, so Aiden Ross is laughing at him. So now I don't know anything about Trap, but he's shitting on this black man and then allowing Aiden Ross to do the same thing, which he does when he gets off the phone with Wack 100, and then he allows his audience to do it. So again, he is normalizing the behavior to belittle
At this point, I agree with 95, 99.9% of the things that she's currently saying because she's getting into particulars. That's the problem Van had initially. She spent the last 10 minutes. I had to clip it up, right, to not waste your time, but she spent the last 10 minutes saying that black men is the reason why Aiden Ross feel comfortable. This, and this. Black men don't protect black women. This, and this. It's not until she realized Van was getting annoyed that she changed it to particulars and began to list the actual black men that she was talking about. That's all we ask, to be honest, right? Because we're not a monolith, right? You got black men who are protecting Doechii. You got black men who are going at Aiden Ross's neck right now. And I feel like black men should get credit for sticking up for Doechii. If you go on Twitter, if you go on YouTube right now, it's a slew of black men who are sticking up for Doechii. So, no, not all black men was in a situation like buck dancing and shucking and jiving, no, right? So list the particulars that you are referring to. Now, she listed Wack. Just me understanding, and I think even Van brought it up as well. We understood what took place off that call, and Wack actually told Aiden that he was wrong, right? Wack actually, not made, but Wack actually kind of convinced Aiden, hey, bro, it'll be a good idea if you donate $100,000 because you was kind of wrong for what you did to Doechii, right? And Wack convinced Aiden Ross to kind of stop going at Doechii. So the particulars is some black men was with Aiden Ross, others were against Aiden Ross, but for the most part, this is not a black man issue. This is a Aiden Ross is a disrespectful kid issue. So she goes off, and then Van Lathan steps in. But I feel like at this point, Van Lathan is like 10 minutes behind. His mind is still stuck on her 10-minute soliloquy going off on black men, that when he responded back, the clip made him look crazy because he's not responding back to what she just said initially. He's responding back to her initial statements about black men supporting Aiden Ross.
Of course, Aiden feels like he can do all the things that he's done. Of course, he feels like he can insert himself to the culture because the culture continues to back him up.
If it was a black woman, we wouldn't be talking about it like this. We'd be finding ways to excuse it.
Well, then everything else I just said.
Yeah, I'm not saying everything you're saying. What I'm saying is this: number one,
that's not the point.
I'm not making that the point. In this situation right here, the point that's being made right here is how fucked up the black men are. I did not glaze over that. But in this situation, it is a black man that is standing up for black women. It is. It is a black man that is standing up for black women. It is a black man, and I will say a black man that a lot of other times we ain't got no use for, not pure enough for us, not perfect enough for us, don't work for us, got too many bad opinions. But when you need somebody to go in somebody's mouth over something, that's the type of you're going to call. That's the kind of guy that's going to do that, right? Because a lot of your other suit-wearing guys not going to do that. There's a black man that's standing up for a black woman. We are having this conversation because a black man said enough. The conversation with Wack, that didn't even work. It's like there are a lot of ways and places that you could criticize Wack. In this situation, Wack picked up the phone. I talked to Glasses. It didn't even go that way. That's not even what happened. Glasses and Wack had a conversation. Wack wasn't even on it like that. The conversation right now is about this white boy that called this woman a smelly bitch.
You can't talk.
And to me, what we end up doing in perpetuity, and I gotta be honest with the audience, man. I have to be honest with you guys. In the past, I haven't. I'm sick and tired of being a cultural whipping boy.
What?
Every single time. I do not. I'm
Why
over that.
on earth would you put yourself in the same? I am talking about a particular.
I am a black man,
no,
and
but
I'm
you're not all the same. You're not all the same.
In this situation right here, it is a black man that is coming to the defense.
Two things can be
Glasses
true.
Malone,
Glasses.
of
two
Doechii.
things can be true. Two things can be true. Glasses is not. I literally just upped Glasses. I literally just said every single word he said. Both things can be true.
Love, you spent a lot more time talking about the black man that are responsible
because you have to
for
talk
Aiden
about
Ross
why
than the
Aiden.
black man
Why
that's
you have to
defending
talk
Doechii.
about why is Glasses talking about this? Who is Glasses talking about? Why is he talking about this person? Why does this person like this? The fact that you are even putting yourself in a bucket. I'm not generalizing black men. I'm talking about a particular type of black man.
The best way I can make women understand Van's point right now is, y'all remember yesterday when I covered the Dami and India situation, where Dami and India, they're like a couple who met on Love Island. India is the girl, Dami is the boy. India cheated on Dami with a popular streamer called Marlon. There were women online who was actually saying, ha, 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 men cheat all the time, so what? Go, girl, go, Dami. If I would have made a video saying, you see, Black women are online supporting India for cheating. See, women feel comfortable cheating because black women be supporting them when they cheat, which to me would be dumb because a cheater don't need people supporting them to cheat, right? They're gonna cheat regardless. A racist don't need black folks to right to validate him being a racist. He's gonna be a racist regardless. So yeah, in that regard, that's where I hear what Van Lathan is saying. Rachel Lindsay, I feel like she had kind of moved past that and recognized like her wrongs, and she really wanted Van to kind of just address her particulars. But, it was too far gone, and that led to a back and forth that got really tense.
Right.
You have to be able to separate it. If you were talking about a particular type, I'm not saying y'all are all.
Say it. Finish the sentence.
If you were talking about a particular type of black woman, I wouldn't necessarily. I don't think that I'm like that. The fact that you're turning this into a black man, black woman thing, you can't talk about Aiden Ross without talking about that he has been empowered by a particular group of black men. That ain't you. That's not Glasses. That's why Glasses stood on business and talked about it in this way.
I appreciate that. Give me the specific type of black woman that I could talk about.
I don't know. I got to sit and think about an example of how I wouldn't be.
Because that's not true.
Okay, Van, I don't want to turn it into this.
For a second, because
I'm just going to let you talk.
Because that's not true. What you just said, give me the specific type of black woman that I can hold up to criticism and say black woman.
Okay.
Give me the specific type of black woman.
Okay, well, we talked about on this podcast. I'm not a black woman who's going to glorify whiteness. There are black women who do that. And if you said that, I wouldn't say, you're talking about me. Because I know that's not me.
But you know what though? I wouldn't do that. So the reality,
we wouldn't be having a topic and you wouldn't say that there are black women who do this. We literally kind of
hold on. Wait a second. If I'm talking about a black woman that holds up whiteness, I'm saying Candace Owens, and I'm saying only Candace Owens, right? Let me finish this. I'm saying, and I apologize to the listeners for cutting Rachel off. If I'm talking about a black woman that upholds whiteness, I'm saying Candace Owens, and I'm talking about Candace Owens. I'm saying Sage Steele, and I'm talking about Sage Steele. I'm saying Dashiki Lady, and I'm talking about her, and I'm being specific in my criticism about her. And I'm not gonna say, hey, we need to talk about these black women that go around because if I wanted to talk about it, Omarosa, Diamond and Silk, like whoever, a litany of them.
You would name them.
Like a litany of them. I'm gonna name them. I'm gonna talk about them. I am not going to connect any of what they got going on to being black ladies, because the moment that you do that, the conversation is going to fall apart. Now, let me say this.
I totally listed off black men, but keep going.
Let me say this.
The reality of being a man in general, especially present day, is we are called upon to fix and solve everything, but yet we're critiqued the most, right? Like, we are the problem solvers, but yet we are being blamed for all the issues. And, bro, at times, man, like, as a man, like, you just get sick and tired of it. And I feel like Van Lathan reached his boiling point. Now, is this to me the perfect example of Van Lathan tackling? I don't feel like this was the hill to die on particularly, right? But I feel like Van Lathan has just kind of dealt with it episode after episode after episode that he finally just snapped. And I don't even feel like particularly his response was just for what she said on this podcast. I feel like it was like his response for everything that she has ever said, to be honest, man. But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? Do y'all believe that Van Lathan was on point? Do y'all believe Rachel Lindsay was on point? For the most part, just to clarify my stance again, I agree with 99.9% things that Rachel Lindsay said in this video. I do believe that, that some black men, right, do enable Aiden Ross in terms of they don't call him out and they are around Aiden Ross. Does that include Wack? Even Van kind of said that, he asked Glasses exactly what was said with Wack. And Wack was not like overly like a stamping and ready to go to war behind Aiden Ross. Does that include most black men? No, right? Most black men in this situation was 10 toes down for Doechii, and I feel like those black men should get their credit. Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? And if you're still watching this video and want to watch another good video, then click on this video right here somewhere on my screen to find out how this famous influencer is being laughed at by the entire world after his girl got effed by this popular streamer. So click on this video right here to find out what I'm talking about. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe and helps, but also sending me a hype to this video is how you push this video in the algorithm for me. So if you support me, send me a hype, okay? I'm out of here, folks. Peace.